It's high time we give Arsenal their flowers. It is high time we give Arsenal their flowers because they deserve it, because they've done so well, because they've been resilient, because they've been dogged, because they've been consistent. A little bit, setbacks here and there, a little bit hiccups here and there, a little, nobody wins all games in a season. It's high time we give them their flowers. It's high time we give Mikel Arteta his flowers. He has done so well. Now, Arsenal might not be playing the most beautiful game. They've done it over the season. So far, how many seasons Arteta has been there with them, and they've been coming second, I think, for the past 3, 4, 5 seasons. But this time they decided to, change their approach, get a little bit more solid defensively. It looks like they're playing, or obviously they're playing a very defensive game. More reliant on set pieces, more reliant on throw-ins, corner kicks, and set pieces in general. But then I think Arsenal has been amazing. I remember when Chelsea won the Champions League in 2012. It was a similar kind of football that Chelsea played. In fact, if you place these two teams side by side, this present Arsenal team and that Chelsea team in 2012, I would say they are the same, because Chelsea was very, very resilient. Chelsea was very, very stingy with their defense. They were not, letting in goals anyhow. And Bayern Munich, that played the finals, never lost any game in the Champions League until they got to the finals and then eventually lost to Chelsea. Arsenal is having a similar record. I'm not saying that Arsenal will lose in the finals, but this Arsenal team, the way they are playing, we should be worried. We should be worried the way they are playing. All right. Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich are going to play their second leg today. I hope Bayern Munich gets to the finals. Or I don't know, but I want Bayern Munich to get to the finals and eventually win it. But then you cannot overlook, or you cannot, ignore the fact that Arsenal is very good. You see this kind of football, this haram football, this 20th or 19th century football they are playing. These are the kind of teams that wins finals. Do you understand? Good team wins finals. Good team, plays well, but good defense wins you titles. It's a phrase in football. It's a proverb in football. It's a good defense that wins titles. Right? So I think it's high time we give Arsenal their flowers. It's high time we recognize them. It's high time we give them their respect. Mikel Arteta has done an amazing job. Fine, Arsenal has not won any major trophy in recent years, but the way it's looking now, it looks like the odds are in their favor. I said it yesterday. The odds are in their favor. The Premier League, the twists and turns of the Premier League. On Monday, we saw what happened. Manchester City, played out a 3-3 draw against Everton, and the odds are now in the favor of Arsenal again. 3 games to go, and the odds are now in their favor. Do you understand? They've been very, very resilient, and I don't think Arsenal would stand the possibility or the chance of losing any game. They have a game against West Ham by weekend, away to West Ham. That's a London derby. I don't think Arsenal would play around to lose or draw in that game. If they do, then I think they are doomed. But I think Arsenal deserves this Premier League and the Champions League. Bayern Munich or PSG will be very hard not to crack in the finals, but Arsenal can do it with the way they are playing. We saw what happened yesterday. Lewis Kelly was absolutely brilliant. This guy Gyökeres was absolutely brilliant. Declan Rice was commanding from the midfield. Fantastic leader. On the midfield, Arsenal did very well. Atletico Madrid was playing the haram kind of football. There was some kind of controversies. Atletico Madrid should have gotten a penalty, but it's gone. It's like the game is finished. It's finished. Arsenal has qualified. So I think Arsenal deserve their flowers. Arsenal did well. Atletico Madrid would have gotten a penalty in that game. There's no doubt about that. They should have gotten a penalty in that game. But the officiating was not that good. I don't want to start talking about the officiating, but Arsenal has gotten to the finals. Let's face reality. Right? Do they stand a chance of winning the Champions League? Yes. This is their second Champions League finals. The first and the last time they got to the finals was in 2006. This is 20 years. They're getting to another finals after 20 years. So I think they stand a chance. They might eventually win it. Bayern Munich or PSG would not be an easy nut for them to crack if any of those gets to the finals. But then, what I'm saying is Arsenal deserve their flowers. They deserve their flowers. Right? They deserve their flowers. Anyway, we'll see what happens tonight. We'll see who finishes off at the top tonight, PSG or Bayern Munich. For me, I think Bayern Munich will edge over PSG. PSG is 1 goal ahead of Bayern Munich, but Bayern Munich is playing at home at the Allianz Arena, 75,000 capacity stadium. They have their fans, they have everything, they have all the tools they need, to themselves. And I think these are 2 scoring teams. I think Bayern Munich has what it takes to go 2 goals ahead, to have that 2-goal lead, over PSG. But then these 2 teams are scary, and we're expecting a very, very, very interesting and intense game tonight. It's going to be fireworks all over. All right. So congratulations to Arsenal once again. You guys have done a great job. Fantastic players, fantastic team. Resilient, courageous, strong. The grit. They've got the grit. They have the grit. To do this, and they've been doing it. And they've gotten to this point. Congratulations to Arteta. Arteta has tried. He has done a very, very, very good job. This is what consistency does. This is what consistency would have done with Enzo Maresca if Chelsea had given him the opportunity. That guy was already building something. I don't care what you feel, I don't care what your opinion is. Enzo Maresca would have done something great with Chelsea. Consistent, let him have some freedom, give him some, some authority over, signings, give him what he wants, and in the next 2-3 seasons, you see Chelsea flying. But then it is what it is. Congratulations, Arsenal. Congratulations to Mikel Arteta. Well deserved. I think you guys have done well, and we'll be looking out for, your opponents in the finals tonight. All right. So guys, let me have your thoughts, your views, your opinion in the comment section. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop my video. I'll see you again pretty soon. Peace.
Football Fusion.